Hi everybody! Today we are going to be working on the third and final part of our Hello World project, and we are actually going to be coding our sprite to say Hello World, just like programmers do when they are first getting started out. So this is us on our way to becoming a computing science hero. So to get started, you want to go to your projects page and you want to see inside your Hello World project. And once you've done that, it will bring you into your project. Now, I'm just going to delete the code that I had here as an example because we're going to be starting from scratch. Now, over in the left-hand side of Scratch, you can see all of the different blocks. Now, there's quite a lot, so don't be intimidated by how many there are because we're really just going to be focusing on a few sections today. We're going to be looking at the blue motion section, the yellow event section, and the orange control section, as well as the purple look section. Okay, so it's important to know that in Scratch, when you press the green flag, that means go. So if someone is going to be playing your project and when they click go, it basically tells it to start. So we want to make sure that when the green flag is clicked, and I'm bringing that out into my coding area here, that the penguin is where I want him to be. So you can actually drag him around here on your stage and pop him where you want your sprite to go. I'm going to put mine over here. And you can see that the position has changed, and that's your X and Y coordinates. Now, you don't need to know too much about that. All you need to know is that when you've moved your sprite, you can then drag out this blue block of code that says go to X and Y. Now, this will automatically match wherever you moved your sprite to. So for now on, if I press the green flag, he's always going to go back here, which is great. Right, once I've done that, I then want to make my sprite say Hello World. So I'm going to go back to the Events tab and I'm going to drag out when this sprite clicked. So this means that when someone clicks my sprite, which is a penguin, it is going to do something. And the thing that I want it to do is say, Hello World. So I've got this block and now I need to go over to the Looks tab. And I can see that there are different blocks of code here, but the one that I'm interested in is this first one here that says say hello for 2 seconds. So I'm going to drag this out and just have to click it and pull it over. And I'm going to say that when this sprite is clicked, it's going to say Hello World. And I want to say it for 5 seconds. So to test this out, all we need to do is click our sprite and see if it works. So you can see that it has displayed the words Hello World for 5 seconds, which is brilliant because that is our main goal achieved. We have got our sprite to say Hello World. Now, if you're thinking that that is pretty easy, then you might want to experiment a bit more with the blocks that are over here. You might want to make your penguin or your sprite think something first, and that'll look a little bit different. And again, you can just click here to try it out. So you can see he's saying for 2 seconds, then hello world. You might want to have a look in the motion section, and you can see you can actually make your sprite turn. So I might make him turn 15 degrees every single time that he is clicked. So let's try that out. And that is working pretty great. So there's lots of different blocks here, and you can have as much fun as you want really by experimenting and playing around, and that's how we learn with coding. We've just got to try things out and see what happens. You could also try a pretty fun block, which is go to random position. So when this sprite is clicked, he's going to turn 15 degrees, then he's going to go to a random position, he's going to think for 2 seconds, and then say hello world for 5 seconds. So let's give that a go. And that's it working. And when I click my green flag, he's going to go back to his original position because I set that up at the very start. Now, if you know a little bit more about Scratch and you've used it a few times, or if you experimented with creating multiple costumes in an earlier lesson, then you can even get your sprite to change costume. by going to the look section and pulling out switch costume here. If you created multiple backdrops, there's an option to switch the backdrop as well, so you can have a play around with it. But for now, that is us done our Hello World project, so congratulations if you've made it to the very end, if you've made your own sprite, your own backdrop, and you've even coded your sprite to say Hello World. That is a fantastic achievement. So well done everybody, and happy coding. Bye for now.